that time. And Milwaukee the other way now. Knocks it loose. From deep. What range from outside. Wow. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
James fires from way outside. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. And this is year one of LeBron's two-year, $85 million extension. And, Greg, that will take him through age 38.
And that will amount to $435 million in career earnings, the most all time. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a few more years left in the tank after that.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Middleton. Down low. Here's on to Tacumbo. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Here's Stone, and he drives in.
Displaying intensity right. Off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
It'll count. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And a hard charge.
There's going to be a lot of teams that's going to come out and try to be physical with me.
And such a fierce competitor. But Giannis knows he can't afford to get into altercations with opponents.
No, too important to his team. Sometimes toughness is about keeping your composure even after the tough hits.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And now,
Mercy, mercy me.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
now here's Giannis. Hill looking around. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Stone. He's guarded by Hill. Fires from 14. Again, Los Angeles. And down the road, Greg, which current player might make for the best coach?
Well, I'm always partial to the point guard. And if you're looking for leadership, man, Chris Paul, Mike Conley, those guys I think are destined to coach. I think LeBron would be a great one as well, but I got a sneaky suspicion he'd just rather own the team.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And, you know, let's look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Stone. Oh! Boom, he jams it straight down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
They need this. That's tipped, and he recovers it. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. That one drops for him. Stone's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint. And these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And stolen by James. Up the floor. Floats it up for Davis. Pass to Stone. The three. And it's LeBron James with the three. James has got 6.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Allen, that's good.
And thanks to that bucket, he's finally able to stop that little 15-0 run by Los Angeles.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Davis, of course, is a superstar at both ends of the court. LeBron James says his ability to guard anybody on the floor, 1 through 5, take the challenge to guard on the perimeter, and continue to protect the paint, it's hard to score on him. Guys,
He is elite in every way, as are you. Thank you. The Lakers making a switch here. Morant's checked in. Milwaukee also making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Allen. And it's Drew Holiday in for George Hill.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Anthony Davis. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Speed and and power and the ability to finish with both hands make LeBron James's drives deadly.